listen now.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock and trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter.
Good morning. Hit the thumbs up button.
Making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any
Live
less.
chat.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound.
Morning, Chris. I'm gonna pin this mofo. Pin message. There we go. Damn, don't miss a single show. Why did my chair keep going down? There we go. I'm gonna move this up. Now, why is my camera staring at my crotch? That ain't right. No. Wait. AI tracking. Morning, Jacob. Morning, Slappy. Dogs are having fun. Turn this down. Stop big trading podcast in my ears. My hopes and fears. Okay. Dogs are going nuts. Dogs are going a little crazy. A little crazy. Big show. Big show. I did a lot of... I'm not going to do a paid one today. I'm just going to include everything for free. For all the newsletter folks. Just, you know, get in, loser. We're going 100 trillion. I mean, come on. It's not wrong. Meta. And 1 billion times. Llama has been downloaded 1 billion times. And the stock is under 600. I mean, just... the valuation is there. Someone bought $1 million worth of Tesla 185 puts. I don't know if that's a protection. Don't exactly know what that means. But somebody's expecting it to go down. Conservatives are not. If you're conservative, Larry, if you're a Trump supporter, why don't you own a Tesla? I mean, honest to God, Democrats were lined up to buy Teslas. You know, when Elon left Trump's first administration, Democrats supported it. So BYD, I mean, these are just the reasons why I'm nervous about Tesla. BYD shocks the electric world. With that, oh, okay, this one, is it coming up? Let's see. It should come up. Let me see. Why is this one not coming up? Yeah, it's not. It's the damn article. It's not my link. There we go. Yeah. I've got some scans, and I've got falling wedge scan. I've also got one that I copied and played with. It's a relative strength 30-day. Identifies stocks in relative 30-day strength. We can go over that. It's time to get into power. I mean, you know, yesterday it's no. I mean, he. If you're not going to invest in power, you're just not reading the tea leaves. NVIDIA with Uber, I mean, that's just hugely bullish. Robotics, I mean, robotics is going to be huge. GTC, this is kind of the summary of it with Seeking Alpha. If you don't have Seeking Alpha, Gene Munster did a great job of just summarizing everything. And this was interesting, was Trendspider. Goldman Sachs says Buying SPY after a 5% drop is usually profitable. We ran the stats. And you see that all the time. So I think that, and we'll start out the show, just by the way, with my portfolio. Look at my portfolio in January versus March. So let's see. Let's go to the Qs. My one comment. Yeah, in fact, Tesla just got a big upgrade, I think. Cantor, I think it was Cantor Fitzgerald. Let me see if it's in here. Tesla. Keep it. No. But they did. Let's go to FinViz and look, because FinViz might have it. Let's see. I think they reiterated their. Yeah, reiterated 425. 425. Let's see if it's in. Let's see. They did say they basically visited. Cut his price target. Shares in BYD unveiled in the ultra. I mean, that's the main issue. Is BYD is just owning them. I mean, it's just owning. It's not on. It's yeah. This is it. Tesla shares are a buy after they've fallen. The recent sell represents an attractive entry point. Caution that Trump's tariffs and the likely removal of tax credits could have hurt it. I just, maintain 425 price target. I mean, when somebody visits the headquarters and comes back and says, you know what, we think it's worth 425. Yeah, happy Powell Day. It's an interesting one. I will say that I did not enter Tesla, even though 232. It got the algorithm got you in at 248. It is not going to get you out. Just knowing the algorithm, it probably may get you out with a MACD cross down. But it's clear. Look at the RSI. Okay, the RSI is at 17. Where was the stock trading this? 220. So the RSI today is at 32. Where's the stock trading? 232. So, it seems to maybe be finding a bottom, but shit. I mean, if you can find a support, 220 is right there. If you think that's support, then have at it. Your low area where it's pulled back to here, June 5th, 2023, which I think is plenty of time. Your low area is 178, and I think that's it. So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing is this is a weekly, and it's still, the RSI is at 34. And the RSI back here was at 28, and it was selling at 118. 101 was the low, January 2nd, 2023. So, and by just so you know, the beginning of the year is pretty bad for Tesla seasonally. We can go back. Let's not do it 2020. Let's go back to, it's heyday. We can go back to like 2000 and let's say 16 when they announced the Model 3. You're in this week of the year, but look, this is all bad. We're getting into some pretty good times. I don't know that you're going to see a pop here. These are typically like the March deliveries, and I think March deliveries this time will be really bad. So you're heading into a pretty weak time, but by the middle of May, June, take off. Start buying. So, does the picture quality on mine is fine. What I would do, Donnie, is back out and then go back in. It looks okay on mine. sometimes that's your quality, and sometimes YouTube connects for me at like, 720p or something. So that might be it. I was just at my I just got a new paid subscriber. A new paid I got an alert. New paid newsletter subscriber. Dude logged in as Doggy. I may if Doggy's here, you may get a comp. You may get half your money back just for that name. Okay. I have been killing it with paid newsletters though recently, I think. I mean, listen, and I'll say this again and again and again. Email me if you want a free trial. Just email me. If I'm in a good mood, I don't mind giving them away. This is settling back in, it looks like, after the, it's up to 16. This is the alpha pick. So, hit the thumbs up. Patty with the message. Hit the thumbs up. Okay. There are, let's see, 30 people in here, 15 thumbs up. Nobody watches, by the way. It is funny because all you guys watch live. Nobody watches the additional videos that I do where it's edited. But there are, tens of thousands of people that listen to the Spotfiy podcast. And I don't know how many watch video. I think the last time I actually looked, I think it was 60% of the people watched at least 1 minute of the video. I don't know how Spotfiy kind of tells that, but it's weird. I think most people just listen. So, okay, let's, I know they're going to freak out. There is an editor of Seeking Alpha that is a regular, I think they may be a paid subscriber of my newsletter as well, because I have gotten some strange complaints from the affiliate managers. So it's weird. And you'll hear me kind of if I ever do go live, it's funny because my girlfriend's son, he's on Twitch now, going live for like 6 hours a day. And he gets, there are 30 people in here right now listening to me. He goes live and gets like 8,000 people watching him. This is not exactly the moneymaker. He's got the moneymaker. But I just visited my neighbor's cat, by the way, 6-week-old kitten, and they are they work for Delta, so they are out of town, and we are going over to visit the 6-week-old kitten who is super, super sweet, super sweet. And yeah, I think Donnie, most people do listen to while they work. Okay, so I'm gonna hit record because it's almost 9 o'clock. Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 19th. It is Fed Day. It is Hump Day. I do have a camel named Rudy, who I have a picture that I used to use as like my Facebook profile picture. And I used to always change it on Wednesday, and then they got real strict about changing your freaking profile picture every week or something. Or it was the birthday. I forget which. But if you're nervous about the market, let's take a look at my portfolio, because this is my portfolio on the left in January. That's stop. That's my portfolio on the right. And for those of you not watching on video, it is, that if that doesn't describe your portfolio, and we're really talking about mid-February when we hit highs, because that is exactly what most everybody, right here, this is December right here, that first hump of the hump day, it's like a camel. And you see the double top right here in February, and this is the Qs. And when you go and look at the weekly, we're still a little stretched. The RSI is down at 40. Doesn't mean it can't go lower. here in May 2022, we got down to a weekly RSI of 28. So don't think it can't go lower. And you got Fed day today. If you're worried about the Fed today, here's the thing. It's already priced in. I say this a lot. It is priced in. What you should be more worried about is Powell saying anything about tariffs, or if he talks about future rate cuts. Okay, if he talks about future rate cuts, I think the market's going to react positively. If he talks about tariffs, I think he's going to have an executive branch hissy fit coming at him. More than likely, you're not going to see a rate cut. I think it's 99.9% chance is what the market's factoring in of no rate cut today. So Powell staying neutral on everything is most likely what you're going to hear. If the Fed says growth is expected down and inflation is expected up, that is basically code words for, hey, tariffs aren't going to work. It'll force the Fed into lowering interest rates. And guess what? That's what the administration wants. So if he stays and just doesn't lower interest rate, expect a hissy fit. If he says anything bad about tariffs, expect a hissy fit. So what do you want to do? I mean, this is your portfolio. What do you want to do? You either sit in and take it, or you use a strategy. Goldman says buying SPY after a 5% drop is usually profitable. We ran the stats. This is Trendspider. Enters long 5% off 50-day highs. Okay, exits in 3 months. 45 trades, 71% win rate, 3.74% average return. Currently in a drawdown after taking a position earlier this month. Okay, the position was 576 on SPY. These are daily candles. So it got you out right here at 11% back in November. You weren't in. So again, strategies matter. It got you in at 576. Let's go over to Trendspider and look at SPY. Okay, 576. Where are you trading right now? 561. So it's got you down. The 4-hour algorithm got you in at 562. Again, this particular one goes on a daily. The 4-hour algorithm is on a 4-hour candle. The MACD super low. That 562 looked like a great buy with confirmation the next candle. Okay, that was March 17th. That was Monday. Got you in at 562. Looked great. All of a sudden, you're back at 561. Okay, what does that mean? Usually it means that your trend is down. The trend is your friend. Where's the trend right now? We're down below the 9-day on the weekly. I've said it before. That first support level, 549. We held it last week. What was the low? 549. Again, if you're just looking at SPY, I do expect us to continue lower. Okay, is this a bottom? It's probably damn close. Am I adding to stuff? You bet I'm adding to stuff because of the 4-hour algorithm. Again, QQQ, it got you in at 478 on March 14th. It was even earlier. It was last week. Okay, looked great for a couple of candles. Then on Monday, you just, yesterday you tanked. Yesterday was when QQQ tanked. The morning was down. We haven't changed the trend yet. The trend right now is still soft. Now, this weekly is anchored at COVID. Okay, that's 2020. It's anchored at COVID, and it's the best line I've got. We've broken to the downside of it. And right now, the past 2 weeks, it's provided resistance. So this old support is now resistance. Look here in 2023. It was resistance. This is the best trend line that I've got from me. Understand your charts. Use your charts. Okay? That's the most important thing, is when you think you know exactly where the market's going to go. Candles don't lie. They've got no emotion. There is no opinion in a candlestick. It is 100% fact. Okay, so understand that when you have a strategy, back test it. And that's exactly what Trendspider did. So, by the way, if you want the 4-hour algorithm, go over to Linktree, linktr.ee/daily stock pick. It's the second one down here. They still have the St. Patrick's Day 2-week trials going on, and you can try it out for $10 and get a one-on-one training session with a product expert. So, say you have no idea what you're doing, set it up for 2 weeks. Get a training session. Okay? Then you sign up for a year and you can get more training sessions if you'd like. Okay, they are included depending on the level of plan. If you get the advanced plan, up to 52 training sessions per year, 1 per week. It's like hiring a university coach to teach you for a year. Teach you technical. I mean, again, they will guide you through the indicators. They will guide you through all of the government trades. They will guide you through everything that Trendspider has to offer. It is an invaluable tool. Now, let's talk about yesterday, because the big event was the NVIDIA keynote. And I think at 10 o'clock, Jim Cramer is interviewing Jensen Huang on CNBC, and you will see the gleeful smile of Jim Cramer. As his, if he could fillet Jensen Huang, I think he would. And for those children, please don't go and Google fillet. But if he could fillet Jensen, I think he would. I think he would. During the keynote, shares traded down 2.5%. About a third of the 2-hour plus keynote, Jensen spent making the case that we're still early in AI build out. Investors are still skeptical. Given NVIDIA trades at 20 times the full year earnings per share, I buy it. Now investors focus on concerns shift from the end of April when we hear from Microsoft, Google, Meta, and Amazon. That's the playbook. When we hear from Microsoft, Google, Meta, and Amazon, and if they pulled back on their spending, good luck. Because I think that just triggers, hey, Jensen isn't right. But right now he's saying that he hasn't seen a slowdown. Jensen says there's no need to buy Hoppers when Blackwell is available. My read, he feels great about current demand given he threw Hopper under the bus. I think that's true. I mean, he doesn't care about Hopper. He cares about Blackwell. And he said, you know what? Blackwell's going fine. Product announcements were expected. They included Blackwell, Ultra, Rubin, and co-packaged optics. A technology that brings optics closer to the GPU to save power. Again, DeepSeek showed that they can save a ton of power by using that local model. From Hopper to Blackwell to Rubin, NVIDIA has consistently achieved a 4 times AI compute increase per generation. Since that, the next generation is delivering the bang for the buck. Rubin Ultra will require 4.5 times the power compared to Blackwell. This is great for VRT. Vertiv. Okay, let's go and look at Vertiv. Did this change VRT? VRT, let's see. VRT is it's up 0.86%. The 4-hour algorithm over 24 months makes you 285%. Look to it for an entry. Got you in right down here at 79. We're trading at 84 right now. You look at a weekly, is it stretched? It's come back down to reality on all indicators. Okay, now the bad news is the cinch up of the Bollinger Bands right there, it's trading on the bottom end of the Bollinger Bands. But is it expensive? Let's go look at VRT. VRT right here, valuation in F, you're paying for it. You're paying for it. Momentum D+, it hasn't been very good. But I like this. Now, VST, I think he might have been talking about VST, Vistra, for the power. Yeah, let's see. That was Gene Munster. We'll go into kind of the NVIDIA GTC. This is the Seeking Alpha one. You can see the partnerships, Cisco, T-Mobile, GM, IBM, Micron, GE Healthcare, Supermicro. I mean, he just listed the companies that were doing it. The Quantum X package, which NVIDIA worked on with Taiwan Semi, HPQ, Dell. This is all of the companies that are integrated. Google with DeepMind and Disney. I mean, he brought out one of those freaking Disney robots. Okay? And here's the thing. NVIDIA says robotics could become the world's biggest multi-trillion-dollar industry. That's bullish. Who's that bullish for? Go and look at robotics. Tesla, It's bullish for NVIDIA. Okay, I agree with that one. I read NVIDIA's partnership with GM to develop autonomous vehicles. Most bullish for Uber. I agree. People thought Tesla Robotaxi would be proprietary. Now most OEMs will have that through NVIDIA. Where's the tech commoditized? Distribution wins. Uber controls the distribution. I agree. Uber, I think, is a $100 stock at some point in time. Whether it's, we talked about $5,000 turning into $1 million. Do I think Uber is that one? I don't think so. But from 71 to $100 next year, that's a great move. And I believe that's the case. The algorithm got you in at 73. You're trading at 71. It makes you 64% over 115% buy and hold. It's got a 32% win rate. So pick your battles. I buy and hold with Uber. I look at the 4-hour entry and I say, okay, I'm going to buy some more. I'm going to add. When we look at the weekly, the oscillator is right on. We've been trading in this range since March of 2024. For 1 year, you've been in this range. Okay, that is 1 year where you've been between 82 and 61. Why would you not add at $70 right in the middle right there? Uber is a good buy. I agree with Oga's right there. I believe that's the case. Now, NVIDIA just said every data center in the future will be power limited. Here's the power stocks. Are you into power? Get into power. You've got SMR, you got VTS, you got Oklo, nano-nuclear energy, you got TLN, GEV, Constellation, CCJ. So bullish for power. And I'm going to go over, even Trump tweeted yesterday about effing coal. He wants coal. And coal popped 10%. And those stocks are cheap. Okay? Now, here's what I did. I imported this daily stock pick relative 30-day scanner, and I am going to include this in the newsletter, okay? Here's how you do it. First, you import it, and then you can look at, let's say, 30-day. We're going to look at daily stock pick relative performance 30-day, okay? Right now, I've got it scanning for, I think it's the S&P 500. And take a look at this, AIG. We're just going to scroll down and look at these charts to see how good this scan is. Look at CCI, which is Crown Castle. Look at CB. Look at the charts go from bottom left to upper right in the last 30 days. That's what you want. HII, which is Huntington Ingalls. I have no idea what that does. CVS. I mean, maybe the receipts aren't long enough. Duke Energy. Look at that. COR, which is Cencora. ELV, which has a nice gap fill up here to 492. Seems like it's going on. You just had the golden cross. You look at a weekly chart of this one, it looks like the 200-day could come up to 462, which ironically, in the 4-hour, is that gap. Okay? Then you got CVX, Chevron Corporation. You got PCG, which is Pacific Gas and Electric. You've got all of this scan works. Okay, you've got Allstate. I did it last night. We're going to look at Allstate. Remember, it's pulling up different things today than it was yesterday. Allstate, look at that. Okay, another one that it pulled up for me, Berkshire. And another one, Okta. Okay, Okta, it's different than the market. It's going up. You take a look at that. Even Powell Electric, which got an entry in the 4-hour algorithm at 157 and is now at 181 with a gap up here to 290. Has it reached a bottom? We'll take a look at a weekly. Seems to be turning around a little bit. The MACD has completely reset down to the oscillator. The RSI is at 43. Again, the Bollinger Band cinched up, told you it was going somewhere. It went down. Now is it going to go back up? Maybe. Again, this one's not expensive. Go and do some research onto the fundamentals. Pilgrim's Pride Corporation. Look at this one. Algorithm got you right out. This is a $50 stock that just announced a $6 dividend. I think it's $6.93. And it's coming up like April 1st. This is an alpha pick. And Uber. Uber, I love this one. Uber, it got last night. It's a $100 stock when the market turns. That's my note. So some recent uptrend stocks that have turned in the 4-hour algorithm. We just went over POWL. Hold on one second. Stop! That's Daisy crying. Probably because Penny stole her blanket. But CCL, Carnival Corporation, you've got an entry at $19. Is this a turn up there to fill the gap up to 22? Maybe. And then you got another alpha pick, CLS. Again, these are very fundamentally good companies that have been taken down with the market. So I like CLS. I've got a bunch of this at about $100. I'm not selling it. I'm looking to add more. So I like this relative strength one. Maybe you're into market patterns. This is a falling wedge breakout. Okay, I'm going to log in import, and we're going to subscribe to this one, falling wedge breakout. And then we're going to look at this one, and I'll pull this up right here. Okay, click here to open it. Falling wedge, CANG. I don't know what that is. BEDU. I have no idea. Let's see, MKFG. All of these stocks you can scan for, and you can look. Let's see if there's anything that I recognize here. ADCT, Deck, falling wedge. This is Decker's Outdoors. VRT, we just went over VRT. It's got a falling wedge. That's bullish. That's bullish. And if you just wanted to look at bullish stuff, just type in bullish, and they've got it all hashtagged. Fair value gap. We can look at this. Do any of these? CAL, Caleris. I don't know what that is. But again, do your research. And this is the rabbit hole that Trendspider brings. I love it. And I was just playing with it last night. And I'm like, let me find those scans. Let me import those scans. It found Exxon, okay, which is in the core portfolio. It found CVX, which is Chevron. It found Travelers. It found ELV, which has that gap. CCI. Alpha Pick, which is Allstate. And then Progressive. So energy, it looks like energy and insurance are bullish. Those are the large number of names. And then Trump tweets out last night, I am authorizing my administration to immediately begin producing energy with beautiful, clean coal. There is no such thing as clean coal. There is no such thing as clean coal. So I would certainly not look at BTU as a long-term investment. It was up 6% yesterday. It's up 0.56%. It is not expensive. Look at this valuation. Trades at 4 times forward earnings. I mean, the problem is the growth. I would not be looking at this as a long-term investment. But could you get some type of short bounce on these coal names? Absolutely. Look at the 1259 is where the algorithm got you in. You're at 1417. Trump wants to do this. Trade it on the 65-minute algorithm that I provide you when you sign up, for the yearly plan. Again, 1321 it got you. And you're at 1417 as you start to turn. But again, find a strategy that works. Now, is coal a long-term play? No. But the reality is this guy hates renewable energy. He hates renewable energy. He loves cheap energy, and coal is cheap. I mean, there is nobody that I know who hates windmills. And this fucker hates windmills. I mean, that's how hated it is. So do you want coal? Maybe you look at coal and consumable, look at the coal companies. You got Hallador, you got DYLLF, you got LEU, you got Alliance Resource, you got Denison, DNN. You even have nuclear, which is CCJ, which is coal and combustible fuels. That's a good long-term play. What does Wall Street think that CCJ is worth? $58. It's trading at 43. Have they brought their price target down? Not really. While the market crashes this, they haven't brought it down. The growth is an A. The valuation of this one, it's expensive. You're paying for it because nuclear is suddenly in vogue. Windmills not in vogue. So let's talk about Tesla. And I hate harping on Tesla, but BYD came out and shocked the world with a charging at 1,000 kilowatts, which, by the way, if you're an EV enthusiast or you have an EV, remember, Tesla's charge at the most, I think the Cybertruck is at 500, but it only charges a very short time at 500 kilowatts. My car is 250 kilowatts tops. BYD came out with a 1,000 kilowatt charging infrastructure that they are going to build that will charge an EV fully in 5 minutes. Fully in 5 minutes. China's just killing Tesla. And then you got Elon Musk on with Ted Cruz talking about how China, it would be really bad if China invaded Taiwan. What do you think that does for the Chinese business of Tesla? Again, Musk getting political isn't doing himself any favor. And I know he doesn't care. And I know a lot of people are looking at it like, God, that's a great guy. I mean, he's so kind of divisive about it, whether you think he's doing a great job or whether you think he's doing a bad job. Personally, I don't care. I mean, if he wants to cut, government, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just wish it was a little bit more transparent. And I wish there was a little bit more, cooperation on the side of the left to actually work with him versus work against him. But I think, again, Tesla isn't doing themselves any favor. And if you're a conservative and you support what Elon is doing and you're driving a Ford, why? Because a Ford comes from Mexico. Ford comes from Canada. Tesla comes from here in the U.S. And why are you not buying it? But they're not. They're not. The conservatives are not showing up like they did for Elon when he left Trump the first time. The liberals, when he left based on the Paris Accord, Trump backing out of the Paris Accord, they showed up and they bought Teslas. Now the conservatives aren't showing up to buy it. So do you want to buy Tesla? Well, in my mind, I think Tesla, I don't know that it's going down or up. It goes on pop. They got a license in California to actually do their robotaxi. It's not quite a license to do their robotaxi. Sawyer Merritt actually did some good reporting on this. It's kind of like driving Tesla employees. That's what they have a license for. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, someone put a huge bet on Tesla going down. $1 million worth of Tesla puts, 185. Are poor delivery numbers coming? More than likely, yes. I think Gene Munster said it best yesterday. Don't buy this in the next couple of weeks. Wait until the April 2nd tariffs. Wait until the delivery numbers come out. You're not very far from it. And their earnings are coming out here in April when they announce a lower cost Model Y, or they do some type of product announcement. I think that's when you start to buy it. You don't want to buy it on its way down because you don't know where it's going. This is a weekly look at Tesla. It's oversold, but it just got to its 200-day. And there are times like here in 2024 where it went from January all the way up until July, trading under its 200-day. And it just entered under its 200-day. So for me, while the 4-hour algorithm does great, 128% versus 27% buy and hold, I'm still holding XLY. And that one is tanking. I mean, one of the things I did yesterday was I went into the spider sectors and I just went down the list. And I said on the 4-hour algorithm, we got XLC with a buy here at 96. We got XLP, which is out of the algorithm. You're not in this one. This is the consumer staples. You got XLE, which was an entry at $88. You're now trading at $91. You got XLF, which just entered at $48.35, and you're at $49. I think this is an opportunity. It's under its 200-day. You got XLV, which is healthcare, which is getting defensive. I think this one at 146, I don't think it's a bad one to get into. Just make sure you're into the healthcare space. You got industrials, which is looking bearish. You got XLB, which is materials, which again is looking bearish. You got XLRE, which should come back at some point. At some point, this should come back. It's just trading sideways. You got XLK, which is looking bearish, lower highs, and it's just turning on its weekly. You got XLU, which is looking great. $77 buy in the 4-hour algorithm. This makes you 29% over 24 months. 26 positions. It's a coin flip. Flip 50-50. You win on 13, you lose on 13. Got you in at 77, you're trading at 78. It loves that 200-day. You go and look at a weekly, and it's super strong. And the Bollinger Bands have cinched up. Where's that one going? I don't know. XLY, super bearish. And this is all Tesla. This is all Tesla and Amazon coming down. So that's what I did yesterday. Now, that put just tells me, what do you want to buy? Meta. Meta at 582? Are you kidding me? Even the company announced that Llama has been downloaded 1 billion times. 1 billion. That's not 1 billion like uses. That's 1 billion times that damn software, that open source AI software has been downloaded. And Meta is a great buy here. Algorithm got you out, got you in at 607, got you out. There is no way that you shouldn't be. If you're looking at Meta, I'm sorry, I hit the down button. But if you're looking at Meta and you're saying, okay, 550 is a support level, why aren't you buying at 582? Buy $10 of it today. Do yourself a favor, buy $10 of Meta today. You may go down in the next 3-4 months. A year from now, I think you'll be fine. The 4-hour algorithm, it makes you 129%. Okay? Buying and holding makes you 216%. Why do you want to buy when the 4-hour algorithm tells you to buy? It's because you win 57% of the time. The problem is that your average win is only 10%. Your average loss, 3.97%. So it moves. It moves. Look at this one. You got 13% right there from, let's see, January 17th up to February 21st. And you missed this entire downturn. Okay? And in fact, you're out right now. Does that mean that you don't buy it? No. If you don't own Meta, go and buy $10 worth of it. They are just doing things right. And I think Zuckerberg is a great leader founder. Now, the other thing, get in. This is Michael Saylor from Strategy, formerly known as MicroStrategy. They announced a proposed STRF, perpetual preferred stock offering. I have no idea what that is, but say that 10 times and it's tough. Get in, loser. We're going to 100 trillion. I mean, that's the thing is, do I own MicroStrategy? No. Do I trade it? You damn well know I trade it. Now, am I buying here? No. I'm not. I just think we're going sideways on this one. Now, he's buying a ton of Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now isn't doing that great. But this is when you want to buy. I am adding to my IBIT. MicroStrategy, I buy every now and then. But I sell it based on the 4-hour. You want to know why I sell it on the 4-hour? Because the 4-hour algorithm makes you 1,502% versus buying and holding this one makes you 1,178%. Either way, you're fine over the last 2 years. But that's because of the rise of Bitcoin. It's because of Michael Saylor buying the dip on Bitcoin. And he's continued to buying the dip. He's continually buying the dip. So what do I expect today? I expect some volatility. I expect some noise. I don't expect us to crash unless Powell says something really bad, unless Trump comes out and says Jerome Powell doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm doubling the tariffs. We're going to see some movement in the market. I don't think that we're done going down, but I do think we've reached a point where you can start to add to positions for long term. Am I worried about the short term? Absolutely. I think between now and April 2nd, you're going to have a decent amount of movement just based on the threat of tariffs. And remember, Bessent said last week, over the weekend, they don't care if the markets go down. Jerome Powell does care if the markets go down. He's not going to tank the markets. He's not going to say anything that is like utterly shocking. He's not going to go against the administration. Now, if Trump tries to fire him and tries to go after the Fed and says, I should be on the board, blah, 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 then you're going to see a problem. But until then, it's all just noise. And it's all priced into the market. So, again, the scans that I provided, the 30-day relative performance scan. I think that's a really good one. So if you're interested in Trendspider, go and get it. I think I showed you how I use the quant to go and try and value stocks. You can go over here. We can go and look at the top stocks. Let's just look at the top stocks because KINS, this has been one that has been a top stock for a while. Now, year to date, it's down 0.92%. If we go and look at the quant, it's been a strong buy since $9.88. Okay, that's when it turned to a strong buy. Where's it trading now? $15.05. Nice 50% move since October of last year. Let's just go and look at another one. Let's go and look at FINV. I don't know what this one is. Let's see, it's a $2 billion market cap. Let's go and look at the strong buy. It's got a strong buy from Quant, Wall Street, and Seeking Alpha Analysts. It was a strong buy here at $6.24. You're at $10.72. This is just random that I'm doing this. Okay, let's go and look at NatWest Group. This is a $46 billion company. Okay, what do? They're a diversified bank. Let's look at the quant. When did it become a strong buy? It became a strong buy here at $9.24. Where is it trading today? That was, by the way, January. Where is it trading today? $12.24. Year to date, let's see. Summary, year to date, this one is up 20%. In a market that's down, this one's up. Use the top stocks for guiding you into finding good stocks. And that's just general. PSIX, we've talked about this one for a while. Year to date, this is up 7%. It's up 7%. It's trading in the middle of its 52-week range, a little bit on the high. When did it come into the quant? It came into the quant as a strong buy. Let's see, you could even take this all the way back to $4 when we first looked at it. It became a super strong buy at $4. It's at $32. That's over 1 year. Okay, we can go and look at the 1 year performance is $1,357. Would I have bought this one? Hell no, I wouldn't have bought this one. The market cap is 737. There's only one Wall Street analyst that covers this. They think it's worth $55, a 71% increase. But, Seeking Alpha analysts, they say it's a buy. There are 6 that have covered it. And you can see this one says it's a hold here at, March 9th. It's up 16% since then. So go and find the top stocks. You go and look at the top ETFs and SHLD. This one is the top one right now. And you go and look at it. When did it become a strong buy? Right here at $42. You're trading at $48. So again, the quant beats many of the ratings. You can just go in here and look at these. Okay, these are just the top side. Say you want Europe, European finance. I am not cherry picking this. I know that Europe's good, but this is EUFN. This is $2.8 billion under management. Okay, it's in the financial sector. It's 1 out of 32. Year to date, you're up 26%. That's how you use Seeking Alpha. And I would argue that this is the benefit of Seeking Alpha and Alpha Picks. Alpha Picks is not doing well in the short term, but they put out a masterclass, a masterclass of earnings at a healthy or the subscriber mailback, exploring Alpha Picks laggards. And this is why you want Alpha Picks. Reading that article shows you how they pick it. After 15% pullback, Seeking Alpha Quant buy surged 117% versus the S&P's 50%. So again, you want that quant, and you can get it 2 ways, okay? The first is through this bundle. You get both premium and Alpha Picks, okay? You save $159. Go over to Linktree, and that's the third link. And if you just want the top stocks like I just went over, get the fourth link because you get a free 7-day trial of that one and you save $30, okay, off your yearly subscription. It is significantly cheaper than the bundle because you don't get Alpha Picks. Remember, Alpha Picks is a curated portfolio of data-driven stocks, one delivered on the 1st, one delivered on the 15th. The performance is unmatched. You can go over here and look at performance. Look, 127% versus the S&P at 48%. That's it. Now, over short term, it's not doing that well, but I would argue this is the time to buy it. The time when these things are down and they are fundamentally sound stocks, that's the time to buy it. In fact, I think it was Benjamin pointed out in the paid newsletter subscriber. It might just be in the chat. I think it's in the regular chat, to be honest. He's got a new strategy. He pointed out trying a new method in Trendspider, adding a green colored flag next to ticker symbols that have an entry in the 4-hour algorithm. While doing so, I noticed the four of the alpha pick stocks have an entry. Time to add. Time to add, but he's doing it after the Fed meeting because, you know, hey, Benjamin's smart enough to know there's going to be some volatility around this stuff. So I didn't buy the latest alpha pick because it shot up 15%. I went over the strategy yesterday. So again, find a strategy that works. This might be a strategy that works. And by the way, I'm doing a lot of paid newsletters, just so you know. Yesterday, I wrote one, 4 stocks that could turn $5,000 into $1 million. I thought this was a good one. So I took this look right here. If you invested $5,000, here's how long it would take. I put it into AI and it found 4 really good stocks, to be honest with you. That's a paid newsletter. I took 10 prompts that turn an AI into your own personal Wall Street analyst. It's just in the last couple of days. How I use the tools to evaluate stocks. I know nothing about them, and I find one that looks like a great opportunity. And that's it. I mean, again, I'm putting out paid newsletters for the paid subscribers. I have this education section over here. I think a lot of people are getting a lot of benefit from this stuff. If you want to support the podcast, remember, you can subscribe this. Just listen. But if you want to support me as a creator and continue to do the podcast, the paid newsletter is the best way to do it. But again, get in, loser. We're going to 100 trillion. Okay, that's it for today. I may go live on Substack today for this Fed meeting. I don't know if I am. I got a lot of shit to do. Honestly, I am overwhelmed with taxes right now. That's it. So if you have any questions, hit me up. All my socials are on Linktree right there. You can get in contact with me very easily. Just reply to the newsletter if you sign up. Get Robinhood, get Webull, get anything that you want. It's all right there. And if you're a conservative and you're gonna order a new Tesla, use my link. Use my link. I love my Tesla, by the way. I am afraid of Tesla backlash, but I freaking love my Tesla. I am not in favor of Elon doing what he's doing because I think he should be a CEO and not necessarily a political person. But that's my thought. And I'm not gonna go out there and destroy someone's property. Protesting should be peaceful protest where you don't destroy property. That's it. It's my thought. Okay, take care. See you. Bye. Hey, Hunter. Let's see. I'm reading your comments. Oh, let me put this into YouTube. I'm not going to do a paid newsletter today. I just decided. I went off for what? 40 minutes. Yesterday annoyed the hell out of me with a lot of stuff, so taxes are annoying the hell out of me, just so everyone's aware. I have an accountant for the first time ever. Well, not ever, but in a long time. I think PJ was my accountant for my family for a while, and I used to not do taxes. Then I said, you know what? PJ knows more than I do, and I don't like that. So I went and learned taxes. And the biggest benefit you can do as a trader is to learn taxes. What's up? Do you need something? You just looking at Penny? Are they down there on the floor? I don't know why they're not playing with you. Oh, okay. I heard Daisy go a little nuts. 319 pod. Okay. While I'm on here, I can answer questions. Let's see. Meta, Scott, I think Meta's a screaming buy. Is it down again today? Did we start down? Yeah, it's down again today. I think Meta's a screaming buy under 600. I think it'll be back at 600. Rocket Lab is one, and QuantumScape is another. Rocket Lab, they just launched something yesterday. I think I saw a Shy post about that one. It's expensive. I mean, here's the thing that you have to know about $5,000 turning into $1 million. Whatever stock you pick, it's going to be super risky. And it's going to be a risk tolerance that keeps you in there. I was telling my girlfriend yesterday, I put a ton of money into Apple and you know, it's made me millions of dollars way back in 2005. And so I had to sit through long downturns. I don't know that I would have gotten back in. And the reason I say that is because Amazon and Netflix are two, and even Google to a certain extent. Microsoft, I did buy and hold, and it wasn't optimal. The Microsoft one wasn't optimal. It has done really well. My average purchase price on Microsoft is super, super low, but you have to buy and hold. And that's the case with 5,000 to 1 million is you have to buy and hold. And for a company like Rocket Labs, which isn't making money, which is currently expensive as hell, which is profitability sucks with everybody revising it down. That's where you've got, and Rocket Lab was not one that I had picked. But QuantumScape is another one. Solid state batteries. I mean, I just know this from, you know, that's going to be the future. But they're not making money, you know, and their growth, horrible. I mean, financials, let's see what their revenue is. Their revenue is $117 million. And yet the market cap is $2 billion. So it's going to be risky. Kava, I just saw Trendspider put out a Kava post yesterday that was great. Let's see. I think it was Trendspider. Yeah. Kava hit $17 billion in market cap, which is 352 locations. That's $48 million per restaurant. Okay, there are 12 months in the year. That's $4 million of revenue per restaurant per month. For a $14 burrito? A bit frothy. So, morning, Eli. Synchrony Financial, I think that's an alpha pick if I'm not mistaken. And I think it should be doing better. Honest to God, I think it's just one of those that is, I mean, the valuation, you look at this, it's trading under all of its peers. The growth is 22% year over year growth. Profitability is unbelievable. Net income margin at 30%. Banks are graded on net income margin 37%. That's fantastic. The momentum sucks. Down 16%. The revisions are okay. There's only one that brought earnings per share down. 5 brought revenue down. So the analyze with AI, let's see. Discover, American Express, Capital One. I think this one's a great buy. Wall Street says it's a $76. And I think financials, I think now's the time to get into financials. But I like that one. So I love Uber. April 3rd. Yeah. Well, Jacob, people can do their research if I say something wrong. Morning, Hunter. Clean coal just means it's rinsed off before burning. And that's not true, Jacob. So I have a buddy who has land in Texas, and so it's out in the middle of nowhere, he said, and he was sitting on this, and then a windmill person came to him and said, "Hey, we want to put 100 windmills on your land. We will pay for all the capital costs. You don't have to pay anything. We're going to pay you rent. And per windmill, it's $1,500 per month, I believe. He was talking to the guy about it. They make somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,000 per month in actual like money. Now, if the windmills in Ohio are just sitting there and not doing anything, that is most likely the windmill operator's problem, because they can run on super, super small amounts. And it's not taking up. We have plenty of land for farmland. They have shown that you can plant. I think my buddy has, he also has a farm underneath certain portions of the windmill, which grow, I think it's corn or wheat. So I've got friends in every freaking area of the economy, and so I tend to know that. So, BYD is a good buy, but you've got to find the, I think it's BYD FF is the stock. Yeah. I think that's it. I mean, it's a good buy. The valuations, it's just expensive. I mean, that's the only thing. But they're killing Tesla. Yeah, but the way the company is structured, Jacob, the money goes back to Japan for Toyota. So there's a Toyota America. Again, the number one American car is Tesla. And yeah, Keo, I bought in October, and I'm not doing great on. I bought October and November. I bought 2 or 3 lots of Alpha Picks where I just put money into it. I'm in 6 figures, so I'm down quite a bit. But I trust Steve Kress with the explanation that he gave on all of that stuff. It's just buy and hold. And Patty, I did the same damn thing. I cherry picked Alpha Picks, and I picked all the worst. And that's when I decided to just go back in. I just got a haircut, Eli. My girlfriend says my hair looks better. The best it's looked. And it's going to get cut. It's going to get cut again, just so you know. I don't know that Microsoft's a buy. I'm a little bit nervous about Microsoft because what worries me about Microsoft is their strategy with AI. I don't know that it's super, super strong. And so I worry about that one. I don't worry about the price. Like if I don't worry about holding it. I worry about buying it because I've got an average purchase price of like $10 on that one. So Cash, you buy the newsletter by just going to Daily Stock Pick. You go to one and just hit subscribe. I include it in every newsletter. There's a subscribe link. Yeah, I wonder if that's an older model windmill. Huh. I know if it is too windy, I think that's one of the cases is if the wind picks up to a certain amount, because they could literally, because of the way that the windmill goes, it could alter it could tip it over and stuff. Okay, I'm out of here. I may be on live later, but I gotta go take a potty room break. So, okay, I'm gonna put you on show exit. I will talk to you guys later. I may still be on chat, so if you guys want to chat, I may still be on there, but I'm gonna post the episode now. Okay, see you guys. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.